Hugo Ekitike has somehow become the surprise marquee signing that Chelsea are hoping to bag in this summer window. After agreeing a deal to sign Liam Delap, it seems like we haven't given up on signing another forward to help us in both the Champions League and in the league for next season, and the club believe that Ekitike, with his technique, talent and ability, is the right player to take us forward. So it's only natural that I do a reaction analysis so we can understand what makes Ekitike and whether he could translate his game with us under Maresca for next season. So you guys know what to do already. Hit that like button if you guys are gassed for the video. Show us some love, share your thoughts and opinions, and let's get straight into things. Is Ekitike going to be another fraud from Frankfurt, or is this guy the real deal? Frankfurt won around 84 million, but if you're asking me, I think they accept and they know that they won't be getting fees up to that tune unless there's a bidding war. But Ekitike, I can see why they're going to try it for him, because strikers who can create their own shots from their own separations through this unique blend of skill and danger. I mean, for me, they've always been the more premium players that you turn towards. And for Ekitike, someone who's like 6'4", his body balance, that core strength, the speed of his footwork. I mean, he kind of dribbles like he's 5'9". I mean, look at this superb goal. He's just waiting for the defender to open his legs up so he can nutmeg him. And look how he takes his shot early then. He doesn't take another touch. That's what a lot of young strikers tend to do at times. But Ekitike, he puts pure power behind that shot by opening his side foot up. Another great goal right here. You know what I mean? Like, moments like this, lots of strikers aren't able to convert from these situations, but with an Ekitike who has that technical strength to trust his game, he sees where the defender is coming to block the side to the left, but he's using that defender's momentum against him, just to use the outside of his boot to just put that ball in the opposite direction, just to cut inside. Nice little quick step, traps that. Quick step inside to create separation for the shot, and he hits that pure hard and low. And that's the type of finish that Ekitike prefers to go for. He likes to aim his shots at those far sides, hard and low. I mean, this was a superb goal against Tottenham. The power he generates with the accuracy, this is what I really like about him, This is what I really like about this guy. Like I've said before, if you guys have been watching me, the two strikers I wanted this window, Sechko, Ekitike. I mean, you can't coach these qualities, out from nowhere. And this is what I like about Ekitike. He tries things. He's inventive. He has imagination. Avenues and corridors that close off for others. These are opportunities that open up for himself. And you can see why the guy's bagged 12 assists this season. Now, Frankfurt play a more, counter-attacking, direct type of game, which helps. But you want a striker who is also able to bring in his teammates. Coming to Chelsea Football Club and you have Cole Palmer, your Maduekes, Esteval Williams, plus a host more. You can't be that selfish and single-minded for goals by yourself here. You'll have teammates, you'll have responsibilities, but you have to play for the team at times. And the fact that Ekitike has really good understanding of like final third decision making, understanding of players' movements around him, and of course has that technical capacity to pull passes off, play passes with the right weight of ball in front of man to take shots off first time. This is someone that kind of spearheads your attack, in my opinion. I mean, this is a superb ball outside the boot. And this is what I mean by his understanding of just his teammates and runs around him. Now, we've seen that we're more than just maybe Nico Jackson scoring goals, You need a striker who can do things two ways in terms of scoring and assisting. And I just like this little... the best players, man, they make these things look pretty simple and easy. I say this because, watching it on a highlight, it might not be as gassed, but how often as fans have we watched players don't make the obvious decision and get that wrong time and time again? And the fact that he doesn't play it into the path of his teammate, but he opens his body up to play it around the defense, so his teammate can run onto that. This is like high-level understanding of his role, And someone like Enzo Fernandez, he's going to benefit from something like this, because we know that Maresca, he likes to have those attacking mids, your Palmers, your Enzo Fernandezes, getting inside the box to convert opportunities. That's what he prefers. But Ekitike, man, like when he's just deep as well, and you know what I like about this guy as well, yeah. Like he does get some criticisms for not being, I don't know, superb in the air, but I'm kind of bored of any player who's like above 6'1", 6'2", automatically being downgraded because he's not Didier Drogba in the air. Not every player, just because they have height, is supposed to be phenomenal in the air, yeah. And if you're asking me, we put in a lot of crosses, but sometimes, and I think we can admit this, we rely too much on crosses, and I think we have to break past only finding solutions from dead balls out wide. It has to be more than that, and I think someone like an Ekitike can definitely help the team technically. Look how he uses his strength upper body wise, just like brush past his man. On the counter attack, Maresca said that transitionally we are a bit weak. I think he was saying this from a more defensive point of view, but we could definitely display more qualities when it comes to improving offensively with our transitional game. And this is Ekitike dropping into space, knows the movements of his wide player, and a superb ball in behind to find him, yeah? It's just like the purpose behind his runs. Comes inside, plays into the path of his teammate again. Like he connects the attack. Maresca likes a forward that can do that. Nico Jackson has been praised for that. He has helped Palmer at times and other players at times too. But I think Ekitike might be a better version of Nicholas Jackson, if I'm being honest with you. And it's in these moments here. Ekitike just has a bit more composure, a bit more trust in his technique. And the thing I like the most, yeah, is that he trusts using his left foot. And that is something that Nico Jackson, even though he's made small improvements in, is still not good enough in my opinion on a consistent basis. Yeah, superb goal. Give this guy time and space on the counter. Defenders aren't going to be brushing him off the ball. Once he gets his body in front of his man, he's on that situation. He's in complete control. And see this goal right here? This is testament to the work rate he puts in off the ball. This guy presses. He has to press with Frankfurt. He has to be unrelenting. Yeah, he has to close down passing lanes and really just kickstart the intensity of the team. But look at this footwork, bro, you know? Like, I know it's kind of lazy to say this, man, but there is a little bit of that Isak, you know? I remember when Isak was available at Sociedad and guys were complaining about the same stuff that they're kind of using against Hugo Ekitike. Is it going to translate in the Premier League? Is his finishing good enough? Is there more that he can do for the team? Like, is he ready? It's the same stuff you're hearing from Hugo, but it's like, you know, we have to start accepting and embracing like superior technique and control like this, yeah, and skill. I mean, my lord, look at this, man. Come on, bro. You're telling me you're a fan in the stadium, you're seeing your guy doing this, you're not going to be getting gas, you're not going to be off your seat. This is why you're paying money to even watch the game to begin with, yeah? Having a striker that can get past his man like a winger, for me, yeah, I think he's that good that I can't allow him to go to Liverpool because I think he would cook at Liverpool under Arne's slot. Nah, that can't be you know, what's happening in the Premier League next season. We know that Ekitike wants to sign for us. That's impressed our board, yeah? He wants to move. The terms have been agreed upon. It's just finding that final transfer fee right now. This is what I mean, bro. Unlucky he doesn't get an assist, but as I keep saying, he trusts his left foot. It's lazy, but this, for me, even though I really like Nico Jackson, this is a better version of Nicholas Jackson. A stronger version. A more clinical, more deadlier version. Yeah, a more imaginative version in my opinion. Like Nico, for all the play, like his great skill that he has, these are the different moments right here. You know, I'm always constantly saying Nicholas Jackson, yeah, create the separation with your dribbling. Yeah, trust your technique a bit more. Use your footwork, which you've shown incredibly when it comes to like dropping deep, holding off defenders, or doing like superb half turns to like evade your man and carry us up the field. They don't lead to enough shots from these moments. This is how you go to the next level. And for me, Ekitike is already displaying qualities like this already at 22 years old, yeah? This is what takes you to that next level. Look at the footwork, the drop of the shoulder, accelerates away, the timing of his release when he does that too. And then he takes his shot early. He's not taking another touch, which is so common for guys this age to do that. Sometimes I think stats don't always paint the full picture, yeah, because, You know what I mean? It depends, like, you're limited based on how your team actually plays. But let me just go again. Like, you're seeing the variety of his goals, right? Right foot finish, left foot finish, opening his body up. Yeah. Imagine if Nico had that. How often, yeah, do our strikers find themselves drifting to that left-hand side and there is no one with that left foot to take advantage of these moments? Yeah. This for me is an upgrade already. That's it. He's strong. I definitely think he can use his upper body strength even more. But someone who has a similar game, you know, that Isaki type of game, where it's about your dribbling, your technique, you know, how you create space for your teammates. You know, you can't get too big. Otherwise, that's going to affect your body balance when it comes to dribbling. Like, you know, you have to kind of embrace this guy's game. And he can't just be like this make-believe striker that fulfills all our fantasies, right? I think with Ekitike, yeah, especially in these moments here when he's comfortable dropping deep. Brave dribbles coming inside, drop of the shoulder, brilliant play here. But with players like this here, I don't think that they can't flourish with us. Listen, I think if you had Ekitike over Jackson this season, he scores a few more goals than him, yeah? You get a little bit of an advantage from the fact that he is able to score from his head on a more consistent basis. And I think that based on the chances we've made from crosses this season, he probably would have converted maybe 1-2 more than Nico has. You guys might be thinking, Nini, you're being a bit unfair, constantly comparing, but I have to. I have to compare when we've signed Liam Delap and when we're serious about signing Ekitike. That tells you that these could be the main two over Nico for next season. And there's reasons behind why, right? See what I mean? Like, these are the moments where he'd be stat padding even harder if they got converted. This all comes from him, little step over, just slowing the pace of the game down to wait for his runners in behind, of course, to arrive inside the box. Obviously, I know that Bundesliga defenses are a bit more open because the culture there is to play a bit more attacking and have higher lines. Fair enough. That doesn't take away from the quality of the player, though. I mean, you're seeing Wirtz might be going to Liverpool. Haaland's been scoring goals for fun, and it's not been any different compared to being in the Bundesliga and in the Premier League. So I've never really cared about that stuff. It mainly comes down to how a club decides to use you to get the best out of you. And I just think that I can see many complementary factors behind how Hugo's game could complement the teammates that he could have next season at Chelsea Football Club. And I like the fact that both Hugo and Liam Delap, they play the same role in terms of being like those types of advanced type of forwards, right? But they have their own different characteristics behind how they play. You know, Liam Delap relishes the contact a bit more. Ekitike is more about the footwork. But yeah, and see, look at the upper body strength. I don't think this guy is like a weak player. Just because he might not be, you know, I don't even know. Who's like the guy up front who's like an aerial beast in the Premier League? I can't even really think top of my head, you know. But don't think that when he has that ball trapped under control, that he's losing that. A man not bringing that ball over him. It's not happening. This is the two-way dribbling, man. And that's him on the transition on the right-hand sides. Like, he makes things happen in these moments. Like, did you just see that change of direction then? Look how smooth and seamless that was then. Just, like, the decision-making. You know, how he's able to just anticipate when the challenge is coming his way. Playing at top speed, top momentum. You know, and he's doing everything towards goal. Yeah? He's not just taking it out wide because he still has to think about the picture in his head. Yeah, this is someone that sees everything in advance. Hence why he's in double digits for goals and assists. How many strikers I've heard of recently are getting over 20 goals a season and over 10 assists, especially at 22 years old? Yeah, superb. Now, the guy's a gas striker, man. I'm sorry. This guy's too techie, man. Like, honestly. These are the type of forwards I like. These are the type of guys I like. I'm shameless with it. This is someone I know that when he gets to like 24, 25, whatever, we're going to be grateful that we spent the money to sign this guy, yeah? Like, who with this like range and this height is moving like this, yeah? And that's it. See, he can just like win those little 50-50s. I love that little like first time like chop in behind, again, anticipating the contact. Now, he's not necessarily someone that is like a Liam Delap who's going to like wait to feel that contact and use his upper body strength exclusively. He'll be forced into these occasions a bit more in the Premier League, for sure. But equally at the same time, there is a lot of power behind having forwards that kind of just withdraw from their opposition defender, because you're basically telling that defender now, are you going to come to me? Because a lot of times, that's what you're trying to engineer. They're the situations that you're trying to get yourself into. These are the questions that you're asking the opposition. So the contact thing is calm, but I don't think it has to be this be-all, end-all where, oh, if the guy isn't 9 out of 10 at this part of his game, then he's not going to make it in the Premier League. I mean, absolutely not. Because there's these moments here, you know, especially when he has that momentum in his advantage, when he's running towards goal. As I said, he gets his frame in front of his man. You're not taking that ball off him. So there's only like exciting things he can add and grow and fine-tune, compared to this being a guy that has to learn how to do things from scratch. Like, he's not at their level, yeah? And that's a good run to the near post. Near post runs. The only guy I'm seeing making near post runs at Chelsea is only Cucurella for some reason. Yeah, the pen thing, like, come on, bro. It's going to be Cole Palmer. This means nothing to me. Yeah, Sades on sides, far post tap in. Another little tap in again. I mean, again, this is how Nico scored a few of his goals for us since he signed for us. But these moments right here, man, see, the guy's combative. He's not weak. He's not like one of those guys that's just going to feel the tiniest bit of contact and just throw himself on the ground. Like, he's a fighter on the ball, man. Oof. And he trusts his left foot. Just a striker that can use his left foot. For me, this is like one of the low-key favorite things about him, that he can actually score with his left foot and isn't afraid to use it as well. Come on, bro. Look, he's got the whole defense shook right now by himself. But 6 man onto him. He's occupying that many players. Look at that. The skill. He's inventive. He's always trying things. He's always doing unpredictable actions. These are the things I appreciate, yeah? Look, outside the boot with his left foot, just completely spins his man, changes direction, and he's looking to quickly attack the space that he's now made for himself by dragging that marker away from the space. Like, I think this guy's levels. I think this guy's a very strong player. And I'm curious to know you guys' impressions on Hugo Ekitike. Let us know in the comment section. Do you like the look of him? Do you not? And if you don't, who is the striker you prefer to see? So my guys, on that note, I'm Nini FC. This is BlueLionsTV. See you all soon.